Now let's open our project that we stopped at chapter 12. And from here, we'll under explore right here, we're going to add a new group. So you right click explore. Either you right click or control click. Here you choose new group. There you name it as model. That's the folder we create. Because we talked about a model view controller last time, and this time we're going to create a model view controller to get data and display the data through the controller. So we're going to make all these three things together in this project so that we can pull the pictures and description to our view through model view controller structure. And next, we're going to drag the plist to the model folder. So you can get this file, explore data plist. Actually, it's posted in the course content there, or you can download it from the source folder, data file source folder. Explore data plist. Drag this file to model folder right here. So put it right here. Now notice here we come to this dialog box here and we say we copied item is needed, and we make this selection here. We click finish. So now the file is copied into our project. If you open it up, you can see that's what we have here. So if I click on each of those, you can see there's a key and a value. Key and a value. So the key in item 0 is name. That's the key. The value is all. The second one is image. That's the key. The value is all.png. Now look at the second one here. Item 1, key and value. So name, value. Image, value, picture file. Same thing for item 2. Key, value. Key, value. So I'll have the same structure. There has name, image, name, image. For each key, for each name, we have a value. For each image, we have value. So we create a plist. The plist points to name, image, value. And where are these information? For example, where's all.png, where's a bar.png, and where's a brewery.png, and all of these are in the folder assets. Remember, we got assets folder when we created Let's Eat project. In this folder assets, you can see we have a subfolder called explore images. So if I open this folder, you see we have all image set, American image set. We have all these folders here. So if I open all.image, we have 3 pictures, 3 PNG files here, which is JSON file. So all of these matches the image here, all.image. So by setting up the plist, we use plist to search the assets folder in explore images to get those picture files into the view. Remember, we're talking about a model view controller, and we're trying to set up the data. The data, here's the data information, and we do it through the model. So we created a plist to look up folders in assets folder to get those data information. Now let's go into the coding part here. So next I'm going to create a class called a model class. So right here, I right click model, and then we create a new file. there I choose Swift file, that one. Go next. And give a name called explore item and click on create. So we get this document here. Now first of all, I'm going to create a struct. So we add this code here. Struct explore item. Inside we have two properties, name and image. Remember, in plist there are key and values. For each item we have name and image. So let me open the plist again. This is the plist. So we have a name and image. They both are the string values here. So in order to retrieve the value, I'm creating a model class, and there we trying to connect to plist to get the name and image, save it into the struct. The name and the image. The name and image file name in the plist are stored as elements in a dictionary. Name all, image all.png. So there's a key and value pair. We need to create a custom initializer that takes the dictionary as parameter and assigns the value obtained from dictionary elements to the properties in explore item. So now let's create extension. Let's go back to explore item here. We add extension. And notice here, we in the dictionary, we put it as any object type. We declare an initializer that takes the dictionary as argument. And the first one, name, is a string of any object. That means that the key of a string type and value are of any object type. So we can use any valid Swift class as a value. Since the dictionary value are of any object type, we can use as is to cast the value as a string, because we pull out the name and image information from the plist. We need to do a cast. So any type in the plist, we cast it to a string. That's why we use this operator as is with exclamation mark to cast to string. Now this will read a array of dictionary from plist file and assigns the value of the dictionary elements to explore item. Next, we need to implement a data manager class to read data from plist. Because we have a plist that has data information here, and the plist points to the assets folder, and the struct that we're creating here is ready to store the name and image. So next we need to create a data manager to read data from plist and store it in the struct called explore item here. So next we're going to go back to the model folder right here, and then you right click, and this time we create a new file again. And same thing, we choose the Swift file, and then we go next. And we give a name called Explore Data Manager. So now we get this created. And right here we add this code. First of all, let's see file private. This keyword make sure that the method that we create here called load data can only be used within this class. Cannot be called outside, called load data. Load data declares no argument. There's no argument here. The return type is an array of dictionary, because you can see the square brackets here and close square bracket here, means it's array of the dictionary. And each dictionary contains elements with the key of string and the value of any object. Here we use a keyword guard to perform the two statements. The first statement create a variable path. The second statement create a variable items. The first one, path, it's calling the bundle main.path. And then the second one is calling array with the path. Now, you can understand the guard that is trying to create two statements with variable path and item. If none of them are successful created, so this one is created first and that one's created second. If none of them is created successfully, we go to the else block. The else block returns an empty array. So if all of them or either one of them are created successfully, we just execute the code and we come to return. So let's look at the first one, path. Path bundle main path for resource explore data of type plist. When we build the app, the result of folder with all app resources inside it called the application bundle. And the plist files is inside of this bundle, the plist. That's what we're talking about right here. Plist file is inside the bundle. So with this statement, we're able to locate the plist by using a bundle main path to see where it is and load it into the project. The path is a constant. Once it's founded, then we save it to the items with this path. If you look at the plist here, this is the path. This is the path. So when we call bundle, we actually, when we build a project, we actually look up this path and the bundle class look at this path so that we can locate the plist. And once it found it, we return the items. At this point, we have a data manager class, explore data manager, containing a method that loads data from plist and assign it to array items. When we return the items, each item is returns as an array of dictionary, and each dictionary is type of string any object type. After the dictionary is created, we need to load we need to initialize and load the data. And right here, we're going to create another method here to load the data. Fetch. And here we call load the data. And in order to test or to debug, make sure we get the data working properly, we can just call print to print it in the debug area here. So print right here, and I print data. For the data in load data, we print it. See right here, we created a function called load data, and in order to protect this function, because we only purpose when we create this function, so we want to point to, we get a path and point to the plist and retrieve all the values as dictionary array, and then we call this function right here, load data. Because it is a file private, means we can only call this function within this file. That's why we create a file private keyword at the beginning of the function to make sure we cannot call load data method outside of this file. We only call load data inside in this document. That's why we are doing here. Now we just, because it's array of the dictionary, it's array, so we can use a for loop to search the array, and then we get the data.